You're not antisocial, you're not weird, and you genuinely care about the people around you, especially when you don't feel like it. Now, even though you're surrounded by them, you still feel kind of alone. But why? Let's talk about it. Here's the truth nobody told you. Introverts don't struggle around people. We struggle around being seen. Even in those normal, everyday conversations, you show up, you smile, you laugh, you joke around with people, but you watch the whole interaction like it's like a movie. You're analyzing, observing, and editing the words that come out your mouth so you can make sure it sounds correct in that social situation, in that social cue, right? And it gets to a point where you don't really feel like you're there. I know for me personally, growing up, there's plenty of times when I'm having a conversation with others and I just kind of talk, but I'm analyzing how their hand gestures are, what they're doing with their eyes. And I have a kind of weird way of how I communicate, right? Because when I was growing up, I was kind of awkward communicating, and I didn't really understand the cues and the behaviors associated with great communicators, right? So now I kind of programmed myself to learn how to communicate. And I think that's what makes loneliness as an introvert even worse, because it's not just the physical isolation, it's the emotional invisibility. So you hang out with people you trust, old friends, people you like, but nothing changes. Why? Because belonging isn't about proximity, it's about resonance. And because of that, you censor your thoughts, you fake energy you don't have, and you perform without even realizing it. I can't really give an example because I've been introspective for a while now. So even back then when I was kind of faking or kind of analyzing my social cues, I was being forward looking, as in like I wasn't really faking any energy I didn't have. If I didn't really want to talk to no one, I wouldn't really engage in conversation. But this knowledge of what I learned over time from speaking to others and from others speaking to me and telling me their experiences helped me formulate this. As introverts, we were trained early in order to adapt to the world. You were probably trained to be polite even when you're uncomfortable, say I'm good even when you're drowning, and be useful but never a burden. I know myself, there's plenty of times when I basically did all three, or the combination of all of them, right? But I think it's also, as a man, right? Because I'm speaking to men right now. As a man, I think it's just something that we just do in general. What makes a man a man? I'm not saying this is good or bad, but sometimes you need help. If you need help, ask for it. If you don't need help, don't ask for it. But I think that's just part of being a man as well, and the concepts that we made as a society in order to govern the world, in order to govern the rules that we live by. But many people think that's how you survive. And for you, maybe, for all of us, maybe, that may be our way of becoming more invincible to who we actually are in society. You don't need more friends. You don't need louder energy. What you need is alignment. You need spaces that feel like home to your real mind. That means building an identity you actually resonate with. Creating structure in your life that brings clarity. Having systems that honor your quiet strengths instead of punishing them. Now, for me, it all started when I started building a system in order to help me kind of function better than how I'm actually doing now. It was when I first joined the military a long time ago, at the age of 16. And I went to Japan when I was 18. So going from home to going there, it was a dream come true, yes, but you're away from family and you also don't have the tools to grow. So me, since I love structure and discipline so much, I create a system and routine that went by every day, like a tracker of sorts that helped me along the way. And maybe it can help you too. I made like a form called the execution system, and the link in the description, just give it a try. But eventually, here's the truth that most people can't really understand that introverts go through. Us, as introverts, we can feel the power of self-abandonment, but others cannot. Belonging begins Will you start ghosting yourself? That starts by getting clear on who you are when nobody's watching. Eliminating routines that make you feel numb. Structuring your life around depth and not noise. Because clarity creates confidence, and confidence builds connection. Real connection. If this is home, it's not because you're broken. It's because you've been ignoring a version of yourself that's been waiting to lead. Now, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get up there, I guess. And I noticed that over 85% of my audience who view my videos aren't subscribed. And also leave a like if you can, so others who are introverts get benefit from this knowledge. But that's all I got. Thank you for listening and stay motivated.